Columbia River, Revelstoke.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Under this Transportation Minister's watch, communities across this province are suffering from the loss of transportation services. Fact. This has had a devastating impact on the quality of life of students, of families, and most importantly, where I live, of seniors, because they desperately need these services. So to the Minister of Transportation, when will these communities that you have abandoned finally get the service they deserve?
Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to clarify with the member opposite, Greyhound, which is a private operator, commercial operator, decided to pull out from the whole of Western Canada. They said that was it. We have been working with the federal government on ensuring that we can fill the gaps, that we can look at a national solution. We've been working within British Columbia to fill the gaps, to make sure we have service in as many places as possible, and we continue to work, Mr. Speaker, to ensure there is service wherever it is possible. Unlike the previous government, Mr. Speaker, we know that there is a real need for people to have affordable transportation, to have safe transportation across this province, and we continue to work with both communities, with commercial providers, and through the Independent Passenger Transportation Board to ensure that there is that service available.
Columbia River, Revelstoke on a supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Knowing and doing are two different things. Mr. Speaker, British Columbians have been left stranded by this minister. There's no ride sharing anywhere in this province. In Delta, they're stuck in a tunnel. And in rural BC, there is absolutely no bus service. So again, the question to the minister, why is this minister leaving so many rural communities, especially my seniors, stranded without any transportation?
Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've got to say, under our watch, there has been a record amount of investment in public transportation and in transportation. We are funding transportation for First Nations, we are funding transportation, public transportation, we are funding transportation within communities and between communities, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the opposition, when they were in government for 16 years, let's remember this, they failed to work, 16 years, it just riles them. They were in government for 16 years. We are dealing with their legacy, whether it is ICBC, BC Hydro, or transportation, Mr. Speaker. We continue to deal with the failings of 16 years of BC Liberal government, Mr. Speaker. In transportation, I continue to work with communities. Unlike the opposition when they were in government, we continue to work to ensure that partners are brought to the table, and while they play politics, we make sure things get done and things get fixed after 16 years of Liberal government.